The rooftop restaurant buzzed, Seabrook City's lights glittering below like a cruel tease. I froze as my wife, Dara Hale, sneered at our 8-year-old son Noah, who'd spilled his water, the glass clinking, liquid pooling. Dara's voice cut sharp. He's just like his father, weak. Her parents laughed, their cackles slicing my heart. Noah's eyes welled, his hands trembling, trying to be brave. The words burned, igniting rage I couldn't ignore. I wouldn't let this scar him. Trembling, I stood, my chair scraping loud. Heads turned. I grabbed Noah's hand, his fingers cold but trusting. "We're leaving," I said, voice shaky but firm. Dara's smirk vanished. "Neil, sit down. You're embarrassing us." I ignored her, marching out past staring guests, my boots thudding like a ticking bomb. Noah whispered, "Dad, is Mom mad?" I squeezed his hand. "It's okay, buddy." But as we reached the elevator, Dara's voice boomed, "You'll regret this. Everything you own is mine now." My stomach twisted. What did she mean? The dinner was for her Hale Dynamics promotion, but it ended in our humiliation. I held Noah close in the cab, heart racing. Her threat echoed, a shadow of betrayal I didn't yet grasp. This walkout was the spark. I'd fight for my boy, no matter the cost. If you're watching this, subscribe, like and let me know where you're watching from. Rain fell like accusations as we drove home, Noah asleep in the back seat, innocent despite the chaos. Dara's words haunted me, a chill creeping in. Our house loomed dark, porch light off odd, since I always kept it on. I tried the key, it wouldn't turn. Panic surged. "Dad?" Noah yawned. I jiggled the handle. Locked out. Peering inside, my breath caught empty. Furniture, photos, Noah's toys, gone. Like we'd been erased. "What's wrong?" Noah asked, voice tiny. I forced a smile. Just a mix-up. But it wasn't. Dara had mentioned paperwork that morning. Now I saw, she'd transferred the deed to her name. How? We'd bought it together 5 years ago. My phone stayed silent, no word from her. Noah tugged my sleeve. "Can we go inside?" Tears pricked my eyes. "Not tonight, sweetie." As we turned, Noah spotted paper in the mailbox. I pulled it out, an eviction notice, signed by Dara, effective immediately. My hands shook. She'd planned this, stripped us in hours. We had nothing but our clothes. "Adventure time," I said, hugging him, hiding my rage. Inside, it burned hot. She thought she'd broken us, but this was war. For Noah's sake, I'd make her pay, even if I didn't know how yet. Rain-slicked streets blurred as I drove, no safe place left. Hotels were too costly with our savings locked in Dara's accounts. I called Jade Moreno, my childhood friend, a lawyer who fought tough cases. She answered on the first ring. "Neil? What's wrong?" I spilled everything, the dinner, the locks, the eviction. "Come over now," she said. Her apartment glowed warm, a haven. Noah crashed on her couch, clutching his bear, the only toy we'd grabbed. Jade poured coffee, her face grim. Dara's ruthless. Hale Dynamics funds the divorce judge through donations. My stomach sank. How could I win? I glanced at a photo my late sister, smiling, before her accident at Hale Dynamics 3 years ago. Suspicion grew. "She stole our home," I whispered. "I'll hit her company." Jade's eyes widened. "Dangerous, Neil. Think of Noah." But I was done being weak. As Noah slept, we planned. Could I topple Dara's empire? Jade hugged me. "We'll try." Doubt whispered, but Noah's soft snores fueled me. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if revenge would cost too much. Had Dara always been this cruel, or had power changed her? The dinner's sting lingered, her parents' laughter, Noah's tears. For my son, I'd risk everything. The fight was just beginning, and I'd need every ounce of strength to protect what mattered most. Morning came gray and heavy. While Jade watched Noah, I drove to my sister's storage unit on Seabrook's outskirts. Dust choked the air as I unlocked it, heart pounding. Boxes held her life, clothes, books, memories. I dug deeper, finding a hidden panel under floorboards. There, a flash drive labeled Project Genesis. My sister had mentioned it once, a military tech she'd worked on. I plugged it into my laptop. Blueprints, emails, proof Dara stole it from the government, claiming it as her own. This could destroy Hale Dynamics. Excitement surged, but fear followed. This was explosive. As I copied files, footsteps sounded heavy boots on concrete. The door creaked. Sem, Dara's scarred bodyguard, loomed. "Mr. Dave, you shouldn't be here." My pulse raced. How did he know? I clutched the drive, backing away. "This is my sister's." He smirked. "Boss said you'd come. Hand it over." I bolted for the back exit, rain soaking me instantly. He lunged, but I slipped through, heart slamming. "You can't run forever," he shouted. I darted into the storm, drive safe in my pocket. Dara knew I had something now. This was my weapon, but wielding it meant war. I couldn't turn back. For Noah, I'd face whatever came next. Rain pounded like fists as I ran through the alley, Sem's shouts close behind. My shoes slipped on wet pavement, but I pushed on, lungs burning. He was gaining too fast. A car screeched at the alley's end, door flying open. "Get in," a voice yelled. No time to think. I dove inside, slamming the door as Sem's shadow loomed. The driver gunned it, tires spinning. "Who are you?" I gasped, clutching the drive. He was older, silver hair, sharp suit. Jones Rain, former investor Dara defrauded. His eyes flicked to the rearview. "I saw you leave that dinner. Gutsy. If you want Dara to burn, I can help, resources, contacts." We sped through Seabrook, rain blurring windows. "Why help me?" He smiled thinly. "Revenge. And whatever's on that drive." Suspicion prickled. Was this a trap? But alone, I was vulnerable. "Deal," I said. He dropped me at Jade's, vanishing into the night. Noah hugged me tight. "Dad, you're wet." I laughed weakly, but doubt crept in. Jones seemed too perfect, his motives unclear. The drive felt heavy in my pocket, a key to ruin Dara or destroy me. Noah's trusting eyes grounded me. For him, I'd risk it, but I had to be smarter than my enemies. Jones met me the next day in a dim cafe, far from prying eyes. He slid a folder across, bank records showing Dara's fraud. "Leak her emails with this," he said. "Watch Hale crumble." My heart raced. For Noah, I'd do it. Back at Jade's, I sent anonymous tips to journalists. Emails exposed Dara's Genesis theft. But Jade pulled me aside. "Jones is dangerous, Neil. He's ruined lives for profit. He doesn't help free." Her words chilled me. What choice do I have? That night, news broke: Hale Dynamics fraud. Stock dipped slightly. Dara called, voice icy. "What have you done?" I hung up, pulse pounding. But morning brought horror. My laptop pinged, hacked. Dara's PR team released my private texts, twisted to paint me as unstable. Photos of Noah's spill at dinner, captioned "Unfit Father." Online comments tore me apart. "He deserves it. Rage surged. How? Then I saw the hack signature, Jones's company logo, faint in the code. He'd set me up. Betrayed already. Why? I whispered. To push me? Noah saw the news, eyes wide. Dad, are we okay? I hugged him. Yes, baby. But inside, fury grew. Jones thought he could use me. He'd learn I wasn't a pawn. This fight was for Noah, and I'd play dirtier now. Jones's betrayal burned, but I turned it to fuel. He'd given his contact, arrogant mistake. I invited him to a park bench, wired with Jade's hidden recorder. Why hack me? I demanded. He leaned in, smirking. To speed things up. Dara needs to fall faster. Your privates were collateral. Greed gleamed in his eyes. Once she's down, I take Hale Dynamics. I nodded, pretending alliance, recording every word. And me? Useful pawn. His admission sealed it. That night, I emailed the recording to Dara anonymously. Chaos erupted. Dara called, voice thunderous. What do you want, Neil? Nothing yet, I said, hanging up. Let her stew. Online, the fraud story gained traction, but my unfit label stuck. Noah's school called, parents complained about me. He's fine, I snapped. Doubt crept in. Was this worth it? Jade warned, you're playing with fire. But I couldn't stop. Jones texted, bad move. I ignored him. Days later, a package arrived, photos of Noah at school, with a note, back off. Fear gripped me. This was escalating fast. For Noah's sake, I had to end it. The drive was my ace, but Jones's double-cross meant I needed more. Time to outsmart them both, before they hurt my son. Dara's fury was my opening. She demanded a meeting at a neutral cafe, bodyguards flanking her. That recording, Jones, is finished, she snarled. But you? Sign this NDA about Hale Dynamics, get a penthouse, cash, full custody of Noah. The offer dangled like bait, tempting for my boy. Her eyes gleamed with triumph. Think about it, she said, sliding papers over. I pretended to read, heart racing. While she sipped coffee, I slipped a tiny listening device under the table, Jade's idea, bought from a tech shop. I'll consider, I said, standing. She smirked. You will. Back at Jade's, we listened. Static, then Dara's voice on a call, he'll sign. Prep the board, suspend me to save face. Laughter. And Genesis? Safe. My blood ran cold. She thought she could buy my silence. Then, a mutter to her assistant, if he talks, make him disappear like his sister. Shock hit me. My sister's accident, no accident? Noah played nearby, oblivious. Dad, when's home? Soon, I promised silently. The offer was a trap, but I'd turn it against her. Dara underestimated me, thought I'd break. For Noah, I'd become her worst nightmare, using her own words to bury her. The bug hummed that night, Dara's voice clear. Paid the inspector off. Genesis was stolen fair and square, government won't touch me. My jaw dropped. Proof of fraud, caught. But her assistant's voice cut in, boss, bug detected. Click. Deleted. Rage surged, but I'd set an auto-upload to a secure cloud. The audio was safe. Heart pounding, I sent a clip to a trusted journalist. Morning headlines screamed, Hale CEO admits theft. Hale Dynamics stock plunged 20% overnight. Dara's board suspended her pending investigation. Victory tasted sweet, but brief. Noah's school called, Dara was there, storming in, yelling at teachers. He's unfit. Give me my son. Parents stared, phones out, recording. I raced over, heart slamming. "Dara, stop!" I shouted, grabbing Noah. She whirled, face twisted. "You'll pay for this, Neil." Her threat hung heavy. Noah clung to me, scared. "Why's Mom mad?" I soothed him, but inside, fear mixed with resolve. This wasn't over. The exposure hurt her, but she'd fight dirtier now. Jade warned, "Custody's next." She was right. I had to protect Noah above all. The drive was powerful, but Dara's desperation made her dangerous. I needed more to end this, and fast, before she struck again. Dara struck fast. Court papers arrived, suing for full custody, claiming I was mentally unstable, addicted to revenge. Attached were doctored psych evals, my unfit posts amplified online. My world spun. How had she twisted my life so fast? Jade fought it, but the Hale-funded judge set a hearing for next week. "We need hard evidence," she urged. Then, a surprise home inspection came minutes after the power cut at Jade's. Lights off, fridge empty, despite my shopping. Inspectors arrived, faces stern. I forced calm, letting them in. They searched, noting the dark, the bare fridge. Then, under my bed, a cash envelope. "Bribery?" one asked. "Set up." "That's not mine," I said, but they wrote it down. Noah watched, confused. "Dad?" I hugged him, hiding my panic. After they left, Jade dusted the envelope fingerprint, Amber Lynn, Dara's assistant. Proof of sabotage. But the report would hurt in court. I couldn't lose Noah. Rage fueled me. This was no longer just about fraud, it was personal. Dara wanted to strip me of everything, even my son. That fingerprint was my leverage, but I needed to act fast. Time was slipping, and Noah's future hung in the balance. I'd fight dirty now. The news exploded online. Hale Dynamics fraud trended, stock crashing 20%. Dara's board suspended her, but she didn't stop. She stormed Noah's school, threatening me in front of parents and teachers. "You'll pay," she roared, face red, as parents filmed, phones out. I raced there, heart pounding, and grabbed Noah. "Dara, stop." She glared, venom in her eyes, then left. Noah clung to me, trembling. "Why's she so mad?" I soothed him, but fear churned inside. The videos spread, comments calling me crazy. Dara's PR team worked fast, painting her as the victim. At Jade's, I watched the clips, stomach twisting. My unfit label stuck, hurting Noah. "Dad, are we okay?" he asked again. I hugged him tight. "Always." But doubt crept in. Had I pushed too far? Jade paced. "She'll go for custody harder now." She was right. The fraud exposure wounded her, but she was a cornered animal, dangerous. The drive was my weapon, but I needed more to protect Noah. Social media buzzed with hate, but some defended me, "He's fighting for his kid." That sparked hope. I'd use every tool, evidence, truth, even public opinion to keep my son safe. Dara's next move was coming, and I had to be ready. Dara's custody suit hit like a tidal wave. Papers claimed I was unstable, obsessed with revenge, backed by fake psych reports and amplified online posts. My heart sank. How had she twisted my life so fast? Jade fought it, but the Hale-funded judge set a hearing for next week. "We need hard evidence," she urged. Then, a court-ordered home inspection came minutes after the power cut at Jade's. Lights died, fridge silent. Inspectors knocked. I opened the door, forcing calm. They searched dark rooms, empty fridge, though I'd shopped yesterday. Then, under my bed, a cash envelope. Trying to bribe us? One asked. My jaw dropped. Set up. That's not mine. I said, but they noted everything. Noah watched, confused. Dad, what's wrong? I hugged him, hiding my panic. After they left, Jade dusted the envelope, fingerprint, Amber Lynn, Dara's assistant. Proof she'd sabotaged me. But the report would hurt in court. I couldn't lose Noah. Rage burned hotter. This was no longer just about fraud, it was personal. Dara wanted to strip me of everything, even my son. That fingerprint was my leverage, but I needed to act fast. Time was slipping, and Noah's future hung in the balance. I'd fight dirty now. The fingerprint was my lifeline. I cornered Amber Lynn at her car outside Hale Dynamics, heart pounding. Testify against Dara, and I'll get you immunity, I said, offering cash from savings. Her eyes darted, scared. She told me to destroy the Genesis drive, she admitted, voice shaking. She said it was the only copy. Relief hit, but then she dropped a bomb. Your drive is half the data. The other half's in her vault at HQ. My stomach twisted. Half wasn't enough to bury her. Noah's face flashed in my mind, his fear at school, his trust in me. Where's the vault? I pressed. She hesitated, then gave directions, basement, gala access only. I let her go, mind racing. Jade frowned when I told her. You're not breaking in. But I had to. Noah overheard, eyes wide. Dad, don't go back there. His voice broke me. I'm doing this for us, I promised, hugging him. The vault held the rest of the truth, maybe about my sister too. Dara thought she'd trapped me, but I'd turn it against her. The gala was tomorrow. I had one shot to get that data and end this. Time ticked down, and every second felt like a heartbeat pushing me toward danger. The missing half in Dara's vault consumed me. Noah's plea, don't go, Dad, echoed, but I had to finish this. Jade agreed to help, though her eyes screamed worry. It's a vault, Neil. High security. But Amber's directions were clear, basement, accessible during the gala. We planned fast. The charity gala at Hale Dynamics was tomorrow, a glitzy cover for Dara's lies. Noah hugged me tight before bed. Be safe, Dad. I nodded, throat tight. The next night, we used Amber's old ID, posing as caterers. Black uniforms, trays in hand, we slipped into the bustling gala. My heart raced as we navigated crowds, chandeliers casting light like judgment. Jade whispered, stay calm. We found the basement stairs, ID swiping us through. The vault loomed steel, cold. I entered Amber's code, breath held. It clicked open. Inside, no drive, just a video file on a screen. My hands shook as I played it, Dara arguing with my sister on a dock, then pushing her into the water. My sister didn't resurface. Horror froze me. Dara killed her over Genesis. Alarms blared suddenly, red lights flashing. Dara's voice echoed through speakers, I was hoping you'd find that, Neil. My blood ran cold. She'd planned this. We were trapped, and she knew it. The video seared into me, Dara shoving my sister off the dock, water swallowing her. Murder, not accident. My knees buckled, tears burning. Jade grabbed my arm. Neil, we're caught. Alarms screamed, security closing in. The vault door locked behind us, a trap. Dara's voice mocked through the speakers, you shouldn't have come. My heart raced, how did she know? Jade yanked wires, trying to stop the alarms, but footsteps pounded closer. I clutched the video file, copied to a USB from the vault system. We need this, I whispered. Jade nodded, eyes fierce. We hid behind crates as guards entered, their radios crackling. Find him, one barked. My sister's face flashed in my mind, her smile, her trust in Dara. Rage steadied me. We slipped through a vent, crawling in the dark, hearts pounding. Outside, rain soaked us again. Jade gasped, "That video, it's everything." But Dara's trap meant she was steps ahead. Noah's scared voice echoed in my head, "Be safe." I'd promised. Now, trapped in her game, I had to outsmart her. The video was my weapon, but getting it out meant risking everything. Guards shouted nearby. Time was running out, and Dara's shadow loomed larger than ever. I had to move fast for Noah's sake. Guards' boots echoed as Jade and I escaped the basement, the video file burning in my pocket. We reached the gala floor, blending with caterers, hearts pounding. Dara's voice had chilled me. She'd planned this trap. How? We ducked into a service hall, catching our breath. She knew we'd come, Jade whispered. I nodded, fear mixing with fury. My sister's murder wasn't enough, she wanted me silenced. I pulled out my phone, live streaming the video to a secure app Jade set up. If we go down, this goes public, I said. Jade nodded, eyes fierce. Guards burst in, grabbing us. Dara appeared, smirking. Hand over the file, kneel. I'll drop charges. Her deal was poison freedom for my silence. My hand hovered over the USB, but I pressed the live stream button instead. Smile, Dara, I said. Her face paled as she realized millions could be watching. You wouldn't, she hissed. But I had. Phones buzzed and the gala guests watching live. Fraud. Murder, voices shouted. Dara lunged for me, but guards held her back, confused. Chaos erupted. Jones' Rain appeared, snatching the USB in the madness. You're done, he sneered, but a gunshot rang out. Jones fell, blood pooling, whispering, make it count. My heart stopped. Now what? Jones crumpled, blood staining the gala floor, his words, make it count, ringing in my ears. The live stream kept running, millions watching Dara's confession of fraud and murder. Guests screamed, phones out, capturing every second. Police stormed in, cuffing Dara as she shouted, he framed me. But the video was undeniable. My sister's death, exposed. My hands shook, holding the USB Jones died for. Jade pulled me away as chaos swirled. We need to go. Outside, rain hit us, sirens blaring. The video's everywhere, Jade said, checking her phone. Social media exploded, #HailFraud trending. But Jones's death haunted me. Had he betrayed me or saved me? His blood was on my hands. Noah's face flashed his fear, his trust. I'd done this for him, but at what cost? Back at Jade's, Noah hugged me. Dad, you're okay. I held him tight, tears falling. The police called Dara was detained, but her lawyer hinted at hidden moves. Offshore accounts, a secret board vote to oust my mother's legacy from the company Dara stole. My mother, who'd co-founded it before Dara's betrayal. The vote was in 48 hours. I had to stop it. Noah slept, unaware. The USB was my weapon, but Dara's reach was long, even from a cell. Time was ticking. Dara's arrest didn't end it. Her lawyer's words, offshore accounts, a secret vote, meant she still held power. The board would replace my mother's stake with Dara's nominee in 48 hours, erasing our family's legacy. I couldn't let that happen. Jade and I pored over the USB's files, finding emails tying Dara's accounts to fraud. We take this to the board, Jade said. Noah drew nearby, quiet. Dad, will Mom take me? My heart broke. Never, I promised. The next day, we planned to crash the board meeting at Hale HQ. Amber Lynn, shaken by Jones's death, agreed to testify. Dara ordered the cash plant, she said. And the vote? It's rigged. My blood boiled. She'd stolen my sister, my home, and now my mother's company. I wouldn't let her win. Noah hugged me before we left. Be careful, Dad. His trust fueled me. At Jade's, I watched the live stream views climb millions demanding justice. But Dara's lawyer was slick, already spinning lies. The boardroom loomed as my battlefield. I clutched the USB, its weight heavy with truth. Could I stop the vote in time? Or would Dara's shadow outlast her cell? Every second tightened the noose. For Noah, for my sister, I'd fight to the end. We stormed the Hale Dynamics boardroom, Jade and Amber at my side. Suit stared, shocked, as I held up the USB. Dara confessed to fraud and murder, I said, projecting the video. Her voice filled the room. Genesis theft, my sister's death. Gasps echoed. A board member, face pale, cut the feed. Enough. We voted. Dara's nominee replaces your mother's stake. My heart sank. They'd moved fast, protecting their own. Amber stepped forward. I planted evidence against Neil on Dara's orders. Whispers grew. I played the bug audio, Dara's payoff confession. This vote's rigged, I said. Nullify it. The chairman hesitated, but eyes shifted. Public pressure was mounting, live stream views hit 10 million. We'll review, he muttered. Jade smirked. Do it now, or this goes wider. Noah's face flashed in my mind, his fear, his trust. I'd come too far to lose. But a board member leaned in, whispering, Dara's got offshore accounts. She's untouchable. Rage surged. She'd planned to outlast us, even from prison. As we left, a courier delivered a letter. Dara's writing, you forgot one secret. My stomach twisted. What else was she hiding? The board wavered, but time was short. I had to find her final move before it crushed us all. Dara's letter, you forgot one secret, burned in my mind. What else had she hidden? The board's hesitation gave us a window, but her offshore accounts and secret vote loomed. Jade dug into financial records while I checked Noah's tablet for clues. He'd been using it at Dara's office before the dinner. There, buried in a cloud backup, was an email, Dara transferring my inheritance, my mother's shares, to a trust under Jade Moreno. My heart stopped. Jade? My ally? Noah looked up, worried. Dad, what's wrong? I forced a smile. Nothing, sweetie. But betrayal stung. Had Jade played me? I confronted her at her apartment, voice shaking. Explain this trust. She froze, eyes wide. Neil, I set it up years ago to protect your inheritance from Dara. I never touched it. She showed bank records, every cent untouched, ready to transfer back. Relief hit, but doubt lingered. Why hide it? To keep you safe, she said. Dara was watching. I believed her, but Dara's plan was clear: divide us. Noah found the email on his tablet, his voice small. Dad, did Aunt Jade do something bad? I hugged him. No, she's family. But Dara's trap was clever. The restored inheritance gave me power, shares to control Hale Dynamics. The public cheered, comments flooding, Neil's a hero. But Dara's accounts were still hidden. Jade traced them: Cayman Islands, millions. Time was short. Noah drew a picture: us together, safe. For you, Dad. His trust fueled me. I had the shares, the truth. Dara's secret was exposed, but one move remained. I'd take her empire, for Noah, for my sister. The board vote loomed, Dara's secret a shadow over us. Jade, Amber, and I prepared to fight. I found the old NDA Dara offered, proof of premeditated fraud. This ties her to Genesis theft, Jade said. We marched to court, not the boardroom. I filed to nullify Dara's corporate power, using the NDA and video. The judge knew, untainted by Hale listened. Premeditated fraud voids her authority, I argued. Amber testified, she ordered sabotage. The judge ruled, Dara's vote nullified. Her nominee was out, my mother's stake restored. Victory surged, but Dara's letter haunted me. Back at Jade's, another came prison stationery, her scrawl, "You forgot one secret." My pulse raced. What now? Noah overheard, eyes scared. Dad, is Mom still bad? I hugged him. She can't hurt us. But could she? The court win was huge, but offshore accounts meant she had resources. Social media buzzed #HaleFraud hit 15 million views. Public pressure helped, but Dara's reach was long. Jade found a lead, an encrypted file on the USB, unopened. Could be her secret, she said. Time ticked down. Noah slept, trusting me. I had to crack that file before Dara's next move. She'd lost the board, but she wasn't done. I'd fight to my last breath for my son. Dara's one secret gnawed at me. The court victory stopped her board vote, but offshore accounts meant she wasn't finished. Jade cracked the USB's encrypted file, an email showing Dara funneling my inheritance to a fake trust under Jade Moreno. My heart stopped. Jade? I whispered, confronting her. She paled. Neil, I protected it, not stole it. She pulled records, every dollar safe, transferred back to me that day. Dara set this to frame me, she said. She wanted you to doubt me. Relief hit, but betrayal's sting lingered. Why hide it? To keep her from taking it, she said. I believed her, but Dara's plan was clear, divide us. Noah found the email on his tablet, his voice small. Dad, did Aunt Jade do something bad? I hugged him. No, she's family. But Dara's trap was clever. The restored inheritance gave me power, shares to control Hale Dynamics. The public cheered, comments flooding, Neil's a hero. But Dara's accounts were still hidden. Jade traced them, Cayman Islands, millions. Time was short. Noah drew a picture, us together, safe. For you, Dad. His trust fueled me. I had the shares, the truth. Dara's secret was exposed, but one move remained. I'd take her empire, for Noah, for my sister. With the inheritance back, I held Hale Dynamics shares. Dara's secret, framing Jade, failed, but her offshore millions kept her dangerous. Jade and I planned to seize control at the next board meeting. Use the shares, she said. Oust her allies. But doubt crept in. Could I run a company? Noah's drawing us safe grounded me. You're strong, Dad, he'd said. I had to be. The meeting came fast. I walked in, shares in hand, Amber beside me. Dara's fraud voids her legacy, I said, showing the video, NDA, emails. Board members squirmed. Vote me interim CEO, I demanded. They hesitated, but public pressure, 20 million #HaleFraud views forced their hands. I won. Dara's allies resigned. Victory felt heavy. Back home, Noah hugged me. Did you win? For now, I said. But Dara's accounts loomed. Jade found a lead, a Cayman bank contact. We can freeze them, she said. I nodded, but exhaustion hit. My sister's face, Noah's tears, Jones's blood, all for this. Was it enough? The public called me a fighter, but I felt fragile. One last step remained. I'd turn Hale into something good, for Noah. But Dara's reach wasn't gone. I had to stay sharp, or she'd strike from the shadows. The board vote made me CEO, but Dara's offshore accounts kept her a threat. Jade's contact froze them, cutting her resources. I stood in Hale's office, staring at Seabrook's skyline, Noah's drawing in my pocket. This empire, built on my sister's blood, was mine now. But what to do? Destroy it, as revenge demanded? Or rebuild it for good? The public cheered, #HaleFraud hit 25 million views, comments calling me hero. But Noah's trust mattered more. "Dad, are we safe?" he'd asked. I wanted to say yes. Jade urged, "Make it a legacy for single parents, like you." The idea sparked. I could turn Hale Dynamics into a foundation, funding fresh starts for families like ours. Board agreed, swayed by pressure. It felt right, my sister's dream, not Dara's lies. But doubt lingered. Had I missed something? Dara's letters hinted at more. I checked the USB, nothing new. Noah hugged me. "You did it, Dad." "Not yet." I had to ensure Dara's final secrets died. The foundation launched, first grants announced. For Noah, I'd build hope, not hate. But as I planned, a chill hit. Was she really done? Or was one last trap waiting? I stood on the rooftop restaurant where it all began, Noah's hand in mine, Seabrook's lights now warm, not mocking. Hale Dynamics was no longer a war machine, it was a foundation for single parents, first grants helping families rebuild. Noah smiled, his bear tucked under his arm. "We're okay now, right, Dad?" I nodded, throat tight. "Yeah, buddy." The public hailed me, #HaleFraud faded, replaced by #NeilRising. Dara's accounts were frozen, her allies gone, her empire mine to reshape. My sister's murder, exposed, brought justice. Jade stood by me, her loyalty proven. Amber testified, free from Dara's grip. But her letters haunted me, one secret. I'd found them all, hadn't I? The USB, emails, video, nothing remained. Yet doubt flickered. Noah tugged my sleeve. "Can we eat here again?" I laughed, tears falling. "Someday." That night I walked out, I thought I'd lost everything, home, family, hope. But walking away sparked a fight I didn't know I had. I took Dara's empire, not with fists, but truth. For Noah, my sister, myself, I claimed what was mine. The city sparkled below, no longer cruel. Sometimes, you walk away to find your strength, to build something unbreakable, to rise from betrayal's ashes. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you like this story, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your impressions of this story in the comments. To listen to the next story, click on the playlist now.